everyone. We just came back from Suicide Squad.
Yep, you're going to notice no bells and whistles on this video, mostly because I don't have access to my computer for a couple days, so I'm just going to throw this up because for these videos I don't usually do much editing anyway, just add a beginning and ending. Unless I feel like getting really fancy with it, and yeah, I don't really have time for that now. So, anyways, Suicide Squad. What do you think?
What do you think?
Well, I'm completely mixed on this movie. I'm afraid I do have to go negative, and I really don't want to, because there's lots of good stuff in this movie. The good stuff is mainly the characters. One of my biggest complaints of Batman v Superman is how they really messed up the characters. Here, all the characters are solid, with the exception of possibly the Joker. The Joker feels very much like Heath Ledger light, which is not a good thing to shoot for. That being said, I really like Deadshot. I really like Harley Quinn. I really liked El Diablo. I really don't know much about his character, but I really liked him. Who else is there? Captain Boomerang. Jai Courtney did a good job in this movie. He was awesome.
I kind of was mixed on it too. I'm thinking,
Yeah, you see, the core of your Suicide Squad are actually fairly solid. You know, Slipknot. I guess we won't get into that until spoilers.
Thinking
So we won't talk about Slipknot.
So it's kind of up and down. Just keeps on going up and down. It's making me crazy.
Yeah, the characters are good. The story is garbage. I mean, it's we're gonna fight CGI monsters, and I never felt suspense. The action was iffy. I couldn't tell. Part of it was the editing, because I noticed they introduced Deadshot. This is just the very beginning of the movie. They introduced Deadshot, they introduced Harley Quinn, and then we meet Amanda Waller, and then Amanda Waller introduced Deadshot and Harley Quinn, and then she does the three more characters really fast, and then it sounds like that's the entire Suicide Squad. Then you find out there's more, and they're introduced far more briefly. Katana has almost no role in this, and she was actually one of the better characters, I thought. They didn't really do much with her.
Reminded me, we have a cat named Katana.
Yes, we do.
I love that cat.
Oh, we should do your question.
What's my question?
The character.
Oh, yeah. I always ask that question.
Yeah.
What was your favorite character?
You see, this movie had strong characters. I'm gonna have to go with Deadshot. What do you think?
Yeah, I kind of like Deadshot too.
Yeah. Harley Quinn was Harley Quinn, so I mean it was accurate. So she's just kind of crazy and all over Joker. Joker, he felt like Heath Ledger light. There's a whole subplot with him in this movie that did not need to be there. It felt like it was just wasting time. It did not integrate well into the movie at all. Yeah, I hate going negative on this movie because I really liked the characters. I thought the actors did a good performance. Jai Courtney gives a good performance in this movie. I have to go negative on it. That's kind of amazing. Is there anything else? It's just the story I thought was gobbledygook. It's bad guy makes army of bad guys, and good guys have to go fight them and save the day. The only interesting thing is that they aren't good guys, but I don't feel like they do much with that. A lot of the Suicide Squad you could have easily written out of this movie, even though I liked them all. Killer Croc really didn't need to be there at all. Honestly, Deadshot didn't need to be there at all. You could have easily written him out, even though he was a big character and I really liked him. A lot of characters just felt superfluous. Ugh. And yeah, this story was not good enough for these characters. And it's a real shame. You have any final thoughts before we do any spoiler bit?
Well, what I'm thinking is that I'm thinking they actually made Harley Quinn sound a lot like you'd think Harley Quinn would sound. They were very good with the characters, but but the plot wasn't a very good plot.
So what do you think? Would you recommend this or not?
I'm not really sure. I'm gonna...
Wow. You see, that tells you something about this movie. She's not giving it a full recommendation. I mean, when have you not given a movie a full recommendation?
Most of the time I just do this.
Yeah.
But this time it's just this.
Yeah.
Don't take that up one as an answer. That was just what I usually say.
So either she's become more critical or she's more iffy on this movie. I'm going to have to do this. Although if we were to just take the characters in the vacuum and do certain scenes of this movie in a vacuum, it would be this. It'd be enthusiastic thumbs up. But when we put it all together, it's not there at all. I was thinking there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. I looked it up online. I did not say till the end credits because it's really late. There is a mid-credit scene. I did see the mid-credit scene. I don't think there's a post-credit scene. So, spoilers?
Well...
We'll just go into spoilers. I think we've said our piece.
Well, one thing that I thought was funny was that at the end, she asked for Harley Quinn asked for an espresso machine.
Yeah. Yeah. And what else? Slipknot. I almost said this because it's such a minor point. Slipknot walks on, and it's almost like he's dead. Because he's so tacked on. It's just like at the last second, they're like, oh yeah, here. It's like totally ADR too. He walks in, he's like, oh yeah, here's Slipknot. And he's going, and he can climb anything. And it's like, oh wow, that sounds really boring. He's like Spider-Man, but crappy. Yeah. And then he dies like, what, 2 minutes into the mission?
Oh
it's
my.
like, it's like, okay.
And I'm thinking... And then they showed her in her jail cell drinking coffee.
Well, yeah. If I had an espresso machine, I would use it. Yeah.
It looked kind of funny. Just her sitting there drinking coffee.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought of something else to bring up that probably won't have worked in non-spoiler. But I can't think of it now. I mean, the whole thing feels very tacked on. It's like Amanda Waller puts together a team of people to fight because we don't have Superman anymore. And now shit goes down and it's part of the team. So she's going to put together a team to fight this. And it kind of bugged me because they had the Suicide Squad and the Special Ops guys. And I almost feel like, why do the Suicide Squad even need to be there? Outside of a couple of them, none of them are going to be particularly more useful than your Special Ops guys. And, the idea of being that they get the blame for it, but nothing happens with that. So, do they get blamed for it? It's going to be like, oh yeah, these guys broke out and destroyed the city and they got 10 years off their jail sentence for it. I mean... the story's nonsense. Yeah, it's nonsense.
She just is sitting there in her jail cell drinking coffee, and then she goes for another cup.
Yeah, there's lots of popular songs thrown in here, and I felt some of them worked well, and some of them felt very uneven and surprising. Not surprising. They just didn't groove. They didn't work in the movie. Killer Croc it seemed like the actor was doing a good job, but they didn't need him there. He has almost no role. And that's the thing. This movie spends so much time doing exposition on these characters. It kind of works because for the most part, the exposition's really good. It's interesting, but at the same time, it feels redundant a lot of the time. It's like, let's see Deadshot's story. Let's see Harley Quinn's story. And it will be back to back like that. You know, and it gets a bit excessive. But, like, the actors do a good job. I'm really harping on this, but the actors, especially your core Suicide Squad people, all do a really good job. Even the guys I'm not too thrilled with as actors do a good job in this movie. And the story just lets them down. It lets them down hard. I guess I don't have any final thoughts. Just disappointed. I genuinely thought, I love the trailers for this movie. I genuinely thought this would be the first DC Extended Universe movie that would not only be positive on Rotten Tomatoes, that I would wholeheartedly like. I mean, as it is, I like Man of Steel. I'm not thrilled with it. I like it. This was better than Batman v Superman, which doesn't say much. Any final thoughts?
Just in her jail cell drinking coffee.
Oh, yes, time for coffee. Well, I think that's our final thoughts. Bye.